All right, finally, it took a minute for that to load. When you show up, good morning. And I say this every time now because I'm still using this weird thing on the computer with live. When you're here, either say hello, let me know you've arrived, because I don't actually get the little eyeball that tells me how many of you are here. I think I can actually cheat and look on my phone, but I like your good morning messages anyway. Last night I made my post for this morning and then I forgot to post it. I looked this when I got up and I'm like, it's not actually there. So, all right, I did. I used the cheating method. I checked on my phone, see how many of you got yourselves out of bed on this snowy Friday. It snows in April every year, almost every year. So we don't have to be mad about it. Being mad about it's a choice. You can just watch it and know, just like everything else, this too shall pass. All right, we are going to start on our backs. So if you want to make your way onto your mat, or if you're already on your mat, and we will give people a few more moments, but a few extra moments for you to relax and breathe. Can't do you anything but good. You decide. Start making your decisions now. Are your legs long or your knees bent? Are your arms resting beside you, or do you prefer a hand on your belly and a hand on your heart? You are also allowed to want something that I did not offer. Life is full of limitless options, and you take whatever one feels right for you. And then once you've found a place that you feel good in your body, start to bring that focus to your breath, your nose-to-nose breath. Doesn't need to be extra deep or long in both directions yet, just bringing your awareness that you're breathing. And then feel how that breath, without you even intending it to happen, moves the body. And then when you feel that connection between breath and body, maybe then you start to draw in those deeper inhales, where you feel the rib cage expand and the diaphragm move down. And the exhales, where the rib cage, heart, diaphragm moves up. Those abdominal walls engage. And we can't do both at the same time. We have to allow ourselves to separate those two actions. We have to give ourselves the time and patience for both. And yes, Kelly, it is Friday. Kelly said TGIF. It is Friday, right? I actually woke up to a post, somebody saying, you don't see all of the thank God it's Friday messages on Facebook anymore that you used to. Because now we get to appreciate all of the days. No more stigma on our Mondays. No more we're halfway there on our Wednesdays. Your mind will want to wander. It's up to you to strengthen that muscle. 3 more breaths. And then when you're ready, You're going to stretch out long, lengthening your legs, reaching your arms behind your head. Point your toes, reach through your fingertips. And then we're going to bring that right knee in, give the right knee a squeeze. Inhale, straighten the right leg up. Straight first thing in the morning. Imagine straight would look. Lower the right leg down. Inhale, reach back, stretch out long. Bring that left knee in for a squeeze. Straighten your left leg up. Yesterday I intended on a 30-minute workout, FaceTiming with a friend. Somehow I was suckered into a million burpees 90 minutes later, feeling every bit of it this morning. Lower that left leg down. That might be to your advantage. Inhale, get long. Bring the right knee in. Stretch the right leg up. Lower down. Inhale, get long. Bring the left knee in. Stretch that left leg up. Don't speed up. Use your breath. Lower down. Inhale long. Bring it to the right. Letting you find your way on your own. No hurry. Just starting to feel what it's like to move in your body this morning. One thing we can't get away from is our bodies. Doesn't matter whether we're super active, busy bodies running here and there and everywhere, or whether we're home for days on end. We don't have our out busy body and our at home, not going anywhere body. This is the body you have for life. Take the time to get to know it. Last time on that left side, wherever you are in this sequence is perfect. And no one else can take care of your body for you. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Not a power we really want to give away anyway. This body was given to you. It is your responsibility. Rooting into those feet. Inhale, lift the hips. Engage the glutes. So squeeze. I was listening to Brian Kest's class yesterday. He calls them butt cheeks. It's a word I usually avoid. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. I'll practice it. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Exhale, lower. This next time when you lift, hold it at the top. Imagine a ball or block between the knees. Feel your knees not sinking, but reaching towards that front end of your mat. If you could stretch that femur bone longer, you would be trying to do that right now. Exhale, lower down. Nice. Let's bring both knees in for a squeeze. Rock a little side to side. That casual check in, that caring for your low back. And then we're going to stretch both of those legs straight up. Take your hands, bring them right. They're kind of tucked under, just under the edges of the hips. We're going to lower both legs 1/3 of the way. Inhale, lift them up. Lower 2/3. Lift them up. Lower them 99% of the way and lift them up. 1/3. And 2/3. And up. 99%. That's not going to look the same for all of us. 99% means you can keep your low back Press to the ground, 1/3, 2/3. So it's 2/3 for you. Don't expect it to look the same. 2 more rounds. Breathe. One more round. You've got this. To get through hard things, it takes belief in yourself. Sometimes we surprise ourselves, and that's just fun. Bring your knees in. But our better chances lie in giving ourselves that true belief. Stretch your arms out to T. Let your knees fall to the right. Accepting it as our responsibility and believing we're strong enough to handle it. Close your eyes. Check into that nose-to-nose breath. If you're like, oh no, I forgot about that, great. That was your reminder. Alarm clocks, they're reminders. They're our cue, our clue that it's time to get up. We don't get mad. Well, maybe we do get mad at alarm clocks. But we understand their purpose. So sometimes somebody will say something, you'll see something, read something, and maybe that's your alarm, your reminder. Bring the knees to center. Let those knees fall to the left. Your reminder to get back on track of whatever it is. Maybe it was a reminder for peaceful thoughts. Maybe it was a reminder to call someone you care about. And if I remind you to breathe and you had forgotten to breathe, it's just your reminder. No judgment. Grateful for those little benchmarks that we get along the way. Bring your knees to center. Wrap your arms around, squeeze it in, nose to knee, squeeze it tight. And then we're going to come all the way up through our tabletop. You can roll over or you can rock up. There's no front of the room when you're on your own. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, pressing through your palms, lengthening through your spine. Pressing down not just into your kneecaps, but not even able to lift those feet. Imagine there's heavy weights right in this top part of your foot, rooting into your mat. Without locking the elbows, press through the arms, pull your chest away from your mat, feel strong. So the difference, and I think I'm finally warm enough, I can take this off. The difference is when we come to tabletop and our shoulders rest higher than our chest, there's a possibility we're doing some damage in that shoulder joint. If you press through your hands, your chest lifts just above the shoulders. Now you're engaging muscles. You're using strength. Nice. Keeping those strong arms, keeping those heavy feet. Inhale, lift the chin and chest, look up. Breathe. Stay here. I need to stay here. The second half of my workout yesterday was an ab workout. Take one more breath, stretch the belly, open the heart, and then exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your spine, tuck your chin, hollow out your belly, lift the back of your heart towards the ceiling. Breathe. And then we'll move and breathe through cat-cows. Inhale, chin and chest lift. Exhale, tail and chin tuck. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, that rounded spine. Close your eyes. And take a few rounds. And if these cat-cows start to take on a different shape, maybe rocking the hips back a little further, coming forward for a cobra, maybe your body's happy to stay right here. Nice. Take one more round and we're going to meet in child's pose. So dropping those hips back to your heels, dropping your forehead towards the floor, straighten and stretch your arms out in front. So if usually those arms kind of come and you're just hanging, chilling out in child's pose, extend the arms, extend them long as if your fingertips are craving that front edge of your mat. And your sit bones have little strings pulling them towards the back of your mat. So as active as you can be without moving. Not a contradiction, but a real possibility. Breathe. Feel yourself breathe length and space between the vertebrae. Feel the sensations that come with inhales. And notice the different sensations that come with exhales. One more breath. Not bored because you're working. Even here. Come on up, tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. You can walk that dog. You can take your time on one side. Be aware of the top and the lower half of the body. Aware of your breath. Aware of the direction that your gaze is tracking. Which way are you looking? If you're looking at the floor, look at least to the toes, the knees, or even up between the thighs. Maybe even trying to look towards your belly button. And then we're going to walk or jump those feet to the front of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. My knees were wanting to hyperextend because, I already mentioned happy hamstrings today. Keep a little softness in the knees. It'll feel like cheating because when we lock the knees, we feel like we're getting somewhere further, everything's straighter. But with that softness in the knees, you get into those muscles you were working for anyway. Breathe. Feel rooted through your feet, not squeezing your mat with your toes. Trust the four corners of your feet. Root in. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart. Inhale, arms go up. Grab your left wrist, bend to the right. Inhale, center and left. Inhale, center, reach up, look up. Stay tall. Exhale, hands through heart and down by your sides. Turn the palms forward, turn the thumbs out. Looks like I set myself up to be beheaded when I'm standing. Inhale, reach up. Grab the left wrist, bend to your right. Inhale up, left. Inhale up, palms face one another, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart and down by your sides. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale up. Grab the left wrist, bend to the right. Inhale, center and left. Inhale, center. Press through your feet. Lift through your heart. Trust enough to look up, even if it's just a little bit. Exhale, hands through heart and down by your sides. Beautiful. We're going to keep those arms like stretch arms, strong arms. So they're not just casual loose arms. Squeeze muscle to bone. Reach fingers towards the floor. Inhale, bring your right knee up in front. Breathe. Pressing through that standing leg to engage and stay tall. Stretch your right leg out. Keep that right leg lifted. Reach the arms up. We're going to move into warrior three, taking that right leg behind us. Arms out in front. See if you can lower that right hip to line up beside the left. Doesn't mean it will. Just see if you can. Just trying will bring it closer. Those lifted toes, step them to the back of your mat. Inhale, reach up. If it looked really wobbly and fun's what we were going for. We're going to take that back knee, dip it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, dip it down. Inhale, lift it up. One more time. And then those same warrior three arms here, but keeping that back foot rooted. Lightning bolt. Breathe. That first time through, always slow, always strong. Warrior two. Anybody ever have hanging spiders in their house? There's one hanging in front of me right now. So we're going to find a way to get rid of him. You hang out in that warrior two. Nice. And reverse. Thanks for waiting. Breathe. Cartwheel your hands, surround your foot, step back, high plank, come to your breath. Same as tabletop. If those shoulders are poking above your chest, press through your hands, pull up through your heart, strengthen your breath. Pull up through the backside of the knees, press back through your heels, down dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Nice, soften your knees. Look to your thumbs when you're ready. Bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Just hang here for just an extra breath or two. Are those hamstrings already a little more accepting of this posture? Rooted in your feet. On an inhale, stand up and reach up. Exhale, hands through heart. This time, inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to twist to the right, bringing that right arm behind. Left arm forward, palms face forward. So your thumbs are pointing up. You're looking back towards your right hand because I don't think you can see that far or that part of me. Inhale, reach up. Twist to the left. Looking back for your left thumb, keeping your hips steered to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart and down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. We're going to twist to the right. So it's the same thing, just a little faster. Inhale, reach up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart and down by your sides. 3 is the magic number. Inhale up. Twist right and center and left and center. Exhale, hands through heart. Down by your sides, those stretch arms strong, active arms. Reach through your fingers, press through your feet. Stand tall. Tall does not mean snooty with a lifted chin. True strength comes from a strong back. Inhale, we're going to lift that left knee up in front. Breathe. True strength doesn't come from never falling. Think of the strength it takes to get ourselves back up, straighten that leg out. And reach up. It was piece by piece to bring us here, warrior 3. Just think about lowering that left hip to line up with the right. Just move it 1 millimeter closer and you're 1 millimeter closer. Lower the left foot, reach up. Breathe. 3 times we lower that back knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. One more time. Reach those arms in front. Lightning bolt. Strong from your left heel to your fingertips. Pressing in through that front leg. Not resting your belly, but strengthening your back. Warrior 2. Breathe. Looking over your right fingers. Inhale, reverse. Breathe through the ribs. Cartwheel your hands, surround your foot. Step back, plank. Press through your hands, lift through your heart. Breathe strong. 3 breaths and then child's pose. Dropping the knees. Settling the hips back to the heels when you're ready. That active child's pose, the straight stretched arms. Sit bones being drawn backwards. Fingertips being pulled forward. Breathe. Don't mind me, you're gonna lose me if I don't plug in. 3 more breaths. And then when you're ready, after those breaths, coming up, tabletop. Nice. In that tabletop, pressing through the hands, feeling lifted through the heart. We're going to scooch that left hand underneath our nose. Inhale, reach the right arm up. We're going to scoop and lift 3 times before we land. So the scoop takes that right arm under and reach. Inhale, reach up. Scoop and reach as far as you can. Inhale, lift it up. 3 is the magic when you take it under. Reach those right fingers, land on the right shoulder, your right palm is facing up. That left arm can stay right where it started. You can walk it out in front. You can reach it up. You can wrap it around. But just like your tabletop, if those feet easily lift, what happens if you press the tops of your feet? Not just one, both. If you think about keeping your spine long instead of just curling in, stretching that spine long as it twists. And some things start just as a thought, and the body follows your thoughts. Starts as an idea, a possibility. When you're ready, reaching up the left arm. If it's gone somewhere to hide, bringing that left hand to press. Inhale, stretching that right arm all the way up. And then land the right hand. If you need to move those hips, if you need to check into your breath, this is your Friday morning, reaching that left arm up when you're ready. 3 times we scoop, taking it under. And reaching it up. Exhale it under. Inhale it high. 3 is that magic time we land, landing on the left shoulder. Breathe. So it's funny that a spider came to visit. I used to be terrified of them. I have so many spider stories now, it's actually kind of humorous. But seeing a spider on screen, while I'm on screen, I guess, reminds me of back I was a whopping 23 years old. Some of you may not know this, but I was a police officer in Milford. and I was still in training. Go ahead, bring that right hand back in front of your nose. Press it in. Reach the left arm up. And then bring that left hand down. We're going to come through to a seat. When you find that seat, we're going to come to easy crossed legs. Let your hands rest on your knees. And just start to make some circles from the waist. So here I am with my training officer at a house talking to some complainant about something. And there's a spider on my pants. And I'm like, I'm 23. I hate spiders. I cannot scream like a girl right now. And I had to handle it like it was no big deal. We got in the car. My training officer says, I don't know how you did that. I would have screamed like a girl. I was like, well, that is a beautiful life lesson. Go ahead, go the other way. We are all human. We all respond to things that are happening to us. And we may not all respond the same. Sometimes we keep our head. Sometimes we just have to scream like a girl. Breathe. Come on up. Nice. When you feel settled into your sit bones, we're just going to switch which leg is in front. And it'll be the awkward one. And it's going to feel like you did something wrong with your feet. It's just not the way you would normally sit unless you were asked. Drop that left ear towards your left shoulder. Don't lift shoulders to meet your ears. Take a little extra to let those shoulders stay heavy. Breathe. Bring the head up and drop it to the right. And then, yes, my friend that I travel with her, and I have spider stories all over the world. Tarantulas in our bathroom in Costa Rica. Radioactive spiders in Peru with green guts. Lift your head, stretch out your legs. Reach the arms up and fold it in. Or the spider that caused us to climb out of a window in our hostel and refuse to go back in our room. We all have experiences. We all have rational and irrational responses. Your breath is going to help you decide which one you're having. Notice what your body feels like when you inhale. And then notice the different places your body feels when you exhale. Understand we need both. One just doesn't work without the other. Inhale, sitting up tall. We're going to roll down onto our backs. When you come onto your back, bring your knees in, giving those knees a squeeze. Nice. No hurry, no rush. Bring your feet to the floor. Let your knees fall out wide to the side. So you've got those butterfly legs down on the floor. We're going to bring the hands, interlace those hands behind your head, elbows out wide. Breathe. And don't worry, not only will this snow pass, but next week is looking pretty sunny and nice. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Move with your breath. Don't try to make your breath faster. Don't try to lift your head higher than your breath in belly. Could do it without the hands. Nice. But next time you lower down, we're going to add something a little different in. You're going to roll onto your side. Keep your knees bent. I'm going to try and find the best angle for you to see. So everything is stacked and my heels are in line with my hip. So they're not behind me and my knee is in line. My heels are in line with my hip and my elbows underneath. This hand can rest here. It's going to be a side bridge. So if you think of your bridge, you're lifting it up, but you're also going to lift your knee and then lower down. It's going to be nice glutes. Say good morning to those glutes and lower down. 3 more. You've got it. Maybe your muscles in your body are still figuring it out. It didn't come natural to me at first either, because it's this bridge with an up and forward motion to those hips. Feel that bridge underneath and lower. Now you can just roll over to the other side if you want. I'm going to roll this way to switch sides so I can still see you. I know it seems weird, but I know you're there. Those heels in line with your hip. So again, not back here. Knees are in front of you, elbows close underneath you. If you want to just practice to lift underneath first so you know what you need to lift. And then when you're ready, you're going to lift and open and lower. Breathe. Inner thighs, outer hips, glutes. And some of those muscles, not ones we engage with very often. Nice. One more time. And then roll back down onto your back. This time stretch your legs out long. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I lost you. Those legs out long. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold that breath. And then exhale, let it go. Nice. Crystal just called me out. Yes, I did that yesterday. I don't like to do things alone. If I have to try something, so do you. Nice. Bring that right knee in, squeeze. And we're going to find our tree reclined on our back. So you're going to bring that right foot down. Let the right knee fall out to the side so it looks like tree pose. You just took your tree down to the floor. You can have whatever tree arms you want. Out, up. Maybe they come to your heart as if you were standing. Breathe. Bringing that right knee up. Stretching the right leg long. Left leg comes in. And then settle the left foot down. Drop it out to the side. Maybe the same arms for tree. Maybe you put them somewhere different. That leg that's long, your toes point up, so they're not just flopped out to the side. You could not stand on that tree. A flexed foot, toes pointing up. Or if somebody came and grabbed your mat and stood you up, this tree would go right up to standing. Breathe. One more full breath. Don't cut yourself short. Don't cheat yourself here. Bring that left knee up, straighten your left leg out. Like a windshield wiper, just sweeping those toes side to side, or maybe they both go out and then they both come in. Do it slow so you can actually feel it rotate all the way up into your hip. However your windshield blades are moving. But eventually, let those toes turn out. Let those arms rest along beside you with your palms up. Maybe you press into your head and the tops of your hands, and you wiggle those shoulders for a moment and then settle them down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let me hear you. One more round, bring it in. And out. Rest. Rest your head. Rest your hands. Rest your heart. Rest your mind. Breathe. Stay. Don't leave. Just breathe. Maybe this will be the last time that you have quiet, that you sit still today. Maybe it's not the last time you'll sit still, but the last time you'll sit still, observing yourself, not observing others, not in this state of worry, not in even a place of unknown. Just look at you right now. There's everything there you need to know. Your breath, your body, your heart is beating. You know where you are physically. You know you are safe. You know that giving yourself some time on your mat this morning is going to have an influence on how the rest of your day goes. So the choices we make influence how and who we are. My podcast last night before bed was Jane Goodall on the Tim Ferriss show. And she said something we all innately know. You're always making a difference. It just matters what kind of difference you want to make. Inaction has an effect. Action has an effect. Kindness makes an impact. Apathy also. The impact of no impact. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Stretch out long when you're ready. Don't take that as the whole world rests on your shoulders. Just know the choices you are gifted do. Bring your knees in, give them a squeeze. Give yourself a bear hug, some gratitude, some love. Show some love to this person first so that person can show love to everyone and everything else. And when you're ready, come on up. Finding that seat, bringing your hands to your heart, thumbs making contact with that heart center, bow your chin. Anjali Mudra, the seal of gratitude. All things pass, our best moments and our worst. We decide the ones that define us and the stories we continue to tell. We decide the difference, the impact our action or inaction has. You are always making a difference. Namaste. Oh, well, I wonder where my floaty spider is. Not nearly as terrifying as a tarantula in the bathroom. I have pictures of him if you think I'm lying. Thank you so much for showing up this morning. It's an honor to guide your practice as always. The whatever number week we're into, I feel so, I'm going to get emotional like week 1. I feel so grateful that you still come. Have a wonderful Friday.